You set the GPS DPRS mode?
Let me go back into it and I'll let you know. Yes, it's in the DPRS mode.
And are you set for manual?
I'm looking.
And I'll tell you what, I struggle with this too. It was one little thing off I had on it, so.
Yeah, I was in the DPRS mode and I did go to manual, but it wouldn't let me enter the whole number. It let me enter the 39 for the north and the 88 for west, but there's numbers after that and it wouldn't take those.
You're probably doing the minutes and seconds and not the decimals.
Yeah, I'll have to go back in and figure that out, but I've got it working for now, so, but I will get it all figured out and get it 100% perfect. But I got it on the air tonight, and I'm enjoying it, and for the moment, I'm good with it. I'll let my OCD perfection slide for 1 minute.
Baby steps. I'll give you something to do next time you go in the air. K6EGG, also live on YouTube.
I can tell you what, though, I went down there today just to buy an amateur extra study guide, and I walked off with a radio. That's bad. But I had my buddy driving. He actually drove today, so I flipped through that amateur extra book on the way home, and it looks pretty intimidating. That's going to take me a while. K6EGG, I'm watching you on, let me turn the volume down. Name Harris? Oh, gosh. Hang on here. All right, now, kill the volume. But am I showing my coordinates as well?
Try it again. I wasn't looking there.
Okay, this is KM4QJ.
I do not see the coordinates there. No, I do not.
Okay, I need to do some tweaking, I imagine.
What kind of radio do you have?
ICOM 9700.
It's the exact radio I'm running here too, so it's fairly easy if you want to do it.
Okay, it broke up there for a second. Try it again.
It's fairly easy if you want me to show you how to go through to do it.
I would appreciate it.
Alright, yeah, I'm also on YouTube, so everybody watching, you can go to K6EGG. You type in the menu button. You hit, let me make the screen bigger here so you guys can see. Type in the GPS. Make sure the GPS mode is set to DPRS. That will transmit when you have it set. I'm sorry the screen is not that clear. Go to GPS set mode. Make sure it's in manual. Make sure it's not off or external. And then manual position. And then you can hit edit. And you can type in the numbers there. Oops. You can type in the numbers there. Make sure when you go out of it, you hit right so it saves it, which you saw on the screen there momentarily.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. I will do that. I do have it saved, so I can take care of that. So we'll transmit my GPS coordinates. Thank you, and I appreciate it. KM4QJ.
No problem there, KN4QJ. This is Greg, K6EGG from Southern California, and also streaming live on YouTube. If you type in my call letters into the YouTube search engine. Thanks for watching.
I think I said Dave, but Greg, I'm sorry. Apologize for that. KM4QJ, I appreciate your channel.
No problem, pal. No problem, man. We're all here to help each other.
K6EGG, KB5 video. Good afternoon, Mr. Greg.
Good afternoon, Jay. How you doing? This is Greg, K6EGG.
Hey, we're doing good this season. How about yourself?
Good. This is the first time I came on D-Star since Saturday, I think. So it's good to be back. Tubing for a little bit to get a little better. So how's it going in Oklahoma otherwise?
Hey, it's going really good, Greg. Been having some pretty nice days. It got up to about 68 here. Looks like we do have some cold weather moving in. Just to be expected with the time of the year, huh? But glad to see you feeling better there. I noticed that you said you deal with a lot of pain. We do too. Also, I have fibromyalgia and RA, but almost have to deal with that old stuff daily. But we won't hold you up. We just heard you in there. Wanted to say hi to you. And you're sounding really good on that 9700, by the way. Sounds really good on my end. I've been wanting to pick me one of them up. I got a 5100, but I've been wanting to upgrade to the 9700. Alrighty, we'll catch you later. You have yourself a mighty fine afternoon. And glad to hear you back there. K6EGG, KB5 video.
Thank you there, Jay. I actually own both radios. And 5100, I love the fact that you can crossband repeat. I love the fact that this 9700 has the color screen. I hate the fact that 5100 has the old gray and both really good. I really like them. The other thing is, I wish the GPS was built into the 9700. I don't know why they didn't do that. It's pretty cheap. Here in Oklahoma, this is great. K6 EGG from Southern California, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles. AJ6BE, is that you in there, Andy? K6 EGG.
Yes, sir. Just trying to figure this thing out.
It sounds like you got it figured out. How you doing tonight? By the way, dude, I love that antenna.
I meant to ask you about that. Have you had much use with it yet, compared to what you had on there before? And what do you think overall?
I think for the size, I think it's doing just almost as good. I know that might be. Antenna. Andy was nice enough to give me one of his extra compact antenna, 2-meter 440 mobile antenna. I put on my Chevy Volt. I actually talked to Fred at a Del Taco with a hill between us in Montebello Tuesday morning. He was coming in like S3. I couldn't believe I was up and over the hill, and I was only running 15 mid level power. So that thing was doing really good.
Very cool. Well, I think I might be having a data connection loss here. You cut out on me a few times there. But I'll keep an eye on it and see.
No data packet lost on my end here. You sound crystal clear. And how's the move going along? You about there?
It's not going fast enough. I just realized this is the first house that I've had to sell while still living in it, and that is less than fun. I guess I've always moved first and never been inconvenienced by, the staging of the house and all that good stuff. So it's an adjustment.
And yeah, I saw you just sent me a picture. Is that your new baby?
Used, yeah.
At first, I thought it was a 52, man.
No, I think that's going to be a while.
I was definitely thinking about getting a 52, but I might just settle and get a 51. Do you like that radio? Obviously, look, you just got it, but does it seem to work pretty well?
Other than the fact that you keep cutting out on me, I'm not sure if it's the connection, the HT, or what.
That's interesting, because I haven't heard anybody saying I was breaking up, and you're not breaking up, so maybe there might be an issue.
Well, I'm gonna take a standby and listen for a little bit and let you guys get more contacts rolling here. I don't want to hold it up, so I'll continue tinkering with it and see what develops.
Copy that. Angie, AJ6BE, K6EGG, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles, and also streaming live on YouTube on Reflector 30 Charlie. Standing by. Anybody else out there monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie? This is Greg, K6EGG.
Let's talk.
And when are you on? Are you on there for night or just sporadically or what? This is KN4QJ.
KN4QJ, I'm on kind of sporadically depending on my schedule. Normally in the evening times, but if I'm off, sometimes I'll roll in the afternoon too. So I'll probably be on, obviously I'm on tonight, I'll probably be on tomorrow and maybe late on Saturday night, but definitely not for 4 days after that. Probably the next time after that is next Wednesday. So I try to do as much as I can. K6EGG.
K6EGG, I'll copy Iowa. This is WA0Z to Zed George, Dave in Cedar Rapids.
I got you in there. You're kind of breaking up just a little bit there. Was it WA0ZZG?
That's right. Whiskey Alpha Zero, Zsa Zsa Gabor. Name is Dave, Delta Alpha Victor Echo. We're in Iowa. We're supposed to be getting snow tomorrow. Hopefully the weatherman is wrong.
It was 95 degrees here in Southern California, and my AC is blowing on the back of my neck right now, so I feel sorry for you. But it was a beautiful day here in California. But it's nice to get you guys to get some winter over there in Iowa.
Well, if you live in Iowa, that's part of the routine, so it's no big deal. But I did want to ask you if you happen to have any interaction with the poultry business.
No, I don't. I live very close to some that has to do with my first name. I took the EGG, and put them into my call.
Okay, it's initials. I understand. I was looking at the obvious, but hey, you know, I've had this call since the early 1970s, and that time I used the phonetics Zsa Zsa Gabor, but problem is nowadays not many people know who that is.
That is correct. I know who Zsa Zsa Gabor is, though. How old was she when she passed away? It wasn't too long ago, was it?
Oh, no, it wasn't. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago. She was in a care facility for a long time and stayed in there. And one thing I wanted to get, but I never really get a chance to, is one of her letterheads, because she had basically my hand call on her letterhead.
Very interesting. You a big Zsa Zsa Gabor fan?
Say that again?
Are you a big Zsa Zsa Gabor fan?
Oh, not particularly. It just happened to come out that way. The call was just randomly issued to me when I got my first technician license. I just happen to have kept it since the early 1970s.
And what type of radio are you talking on tonight there?
Well, I'm on a ICOM 880H. It's one of the early D-Star radios, and it's going into an open spot 3, which I'm messing around with tonight because I have it linked to one of the early portable hotspots, wireless access point, so that I can get it back down to an Ethernet connector. So basically the wireless goes from one side of the operating table to the other side of the operating table, and then onto Ethernet. And it seems to be working okay, though. I hope you can hear me all right.
Yeah, you sound excellent into the reflector. No problems there. Have you ever done any cross mode, like into DMR or Fusion or anything like that through your Open Spot 3 there?
Oh, yeah, several times, no problem. What I like about the cross mode on this is you can get in and adjust the volume level. So if you have somebody that's especially quiet or way too loud, I could go into the open spot and compensate for that.
Yeah, there's definitely some people that have some loud gains. I'm probably one of them, so I kind of back off the mic a little bit on my side. So that's pretty cool. I'm thinking about getting one of those maybe in the future, maybe for a Christmas gift for myself coming up next month. But we'll see. I would like to get maybe doing some cross mode, open up another avenue to make some more contacts. So I appreciate the info on that. So cool deal, Dave. Nice chatting with you there. This is great. K6EGG.
And a good 73 to you. Says you're on the display. You're live on YouTube. And I suspect you're operating a 9700. At least that's what it looks like. And 73 to you too. Have a good holidays that are coming up. Send me some of that 95-degree weather if you can. I'd appreciate that. K6EGG sign. Here's WA0ZZ George. See you later.
That's the deal, Dave. Just send us some of your rain. We'll switch off for a little bit. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my channel if you can. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. K6EGG, monitoring reflector 30 Charlie, 40 miles east of downtown Los Angeles in the city of Chino, California.
Alpha Delta Zero Hotel Tango.
AD0HT. This is great. K6EGG.
Oh, good evening. Just set up some D-Star here tonight and figured I'd give a shout out and say hello. Seems like you've got some traffic going and you may be doing a live stream or something since I've been listening. But yeah, really fun getting on here and playing on some D-Star and getting this radio up and running in a few different modes. So always fun to do. Back to you, 80HT.
Yeah, I thought I saw your call letters in my dashboard there. I wasn't sure if you're just conjuncting or trying to get in there. So thanks for coming back. Yeah, just checking out your QRZ page there, man. Looks like you had a nice little field day out where you're at with your 9700. Pretty cool stuff, man.
Oh, copy that. Yeah, for some reason, when I first keyed up, nobody came back to me. I spewed for a little bit, and I just kind of listened for a little while there. So sorry about that. Hopefully, I'm getting out now. And yeah, that's a property I have about 40 miles from my QTH here in Castle Rock, and I go out there and set up antennas. I have difficulty doing antennas here, which is why D-Star is fine for here at home. But I do transport my radios around and get them out there and put them to use. And that was set up for the ARRL UHF VHF Field Day event this past year.
Excellent. I'm checking out some homemade chokes you made there. One of the guys I talked to, actually, he's on here sometimes. Fred KN6OS out in Cerritos. Normally, I also talk to him on 2-meter sideband. He's a big fan of chokes, so I'm going to send him over your QRZ page there.
Oh, copy that, but no way I'll take credit for those designs. There are some really bright people out there that have done a lot of testing, and I depending on who you ask, there's a lot of opinions on transformers, which is what most of these are, and RF chokes, which is what one of them is. And whether they work and how to wind them and the like. But I've had good luck with the references that I left there. So yeah, and I think it's NQ0L. His stuff is incredible, and there were some other fellows that really brought me in the right direction to get my wires on the air quickly and easily. 80HT.
Yeah, I think Fred, KN6OS, he even choked his cable line going in for his internet. So, yeah, he's really into the chokes. I think he's made a couple himself. Definitely send him over your QRZ page. He's probably even watching right now. I put it up on my live stream as well. So, cool deal. What was your first personal again? Mine is Greg, K6EGG.
Oh, copy that, Greg. First name is Zach, Zulu Alpha Charlie Hotel. W is just an homage moniker that I really don't think ever stood for anything. So there you go by Zach. And I'm in Castle Rock, Colorado. I used to live in Trabuco Canyon, and I think I heard you were in Southern California, so I know the area well. And yeah, I'm sure you're enjoying some of your weather. I think you had some rain about a week ago, but I bet you're back to the typical sunny Southern California weather, which is fantastic. And we're having some good weather here, and it's a dry year on the Front Range of Colorado, so plenty of time still to get out and do antenna work. Back to you.
The other guys there just a minute ago, we're definitely experiencing our normal fall weather of 95 degrees, little Santa Ana condition. I was actually down in Costa Mesa, not too far from, yeah, it was pretty warm. We had the AC pumping the whole way home. So I'm glad at least you're having some here in Colorado. I know I used to have a friend of mine that used to live just about where you're at there, so I think DirecTV used to be based out of there, but I think they moved. So, cool deal, man. I like Colorado a lot. My sister actually lives just outside of Brighton, I believe. Back to you.
Oh, copy that. We're really lucky here on the Front Range of Colorado. We have a lot of repeater activity, a lot of high altitude repeaters. Squaw Mountain, the 145 is a nice repeater. So we have a lot of activity we can get to, and there's a lot of simplex activity with the summits on the air and the SOTA activations and just people generally coming through, which is pretty enjoyable. I just wanted to mention one other thing with the grounding. And you had talked about chokes and whatnot, but I had learned from a fellow here on the Front Range on the repeater system when I was working to build my end-fed half waves. You can also just add a ground right at your transformer. Just put a ground in the ground and mount it right to where your your threaded coaxial cable goes onto your transformer, and you get another ground right there, right at your 1-to-1 choke if that's where you want it. It works out pretty darn well. Back to you, 80HT.
Yeah, Zach, you're probably gonna hate me for saying this. I have zero stuff grounded here. As you well know, don't have to worry about too much about lightning here in California. It's very, very rare, and I run a pretty clean station. I have transformers in my shack. They're they're power conditioner. They're Furman power conditioners for audio circuits. For my power, I plug into my power supplies for my 9700. So everything's pretty clean in the house, believe it or not. So where my antenna's at, I had it professionally put up because I couldn't get up myself, and I put up, which has probably helped me out with a little bit of noise that I do have. But yeah, I feel kind of bad. Station, I'll have a little better situation with that. I'm just gonna run a wire. It's be a lot easier to ground there. So back to you, K6EGG.
Oh, copy that. Yeah, I can definitely understand it can be tough to get in grounds. I have a tougher time here at my house than I do out on the plains. I do have some problems out there with static electricity, and there's a fella, if you go to his webpage, we had long discussions about the constant buildup and discharge of static electricity, and to the point where I can just hear it popping, and my little shack on the plains has no electricity coming into it. It's fully off grid, not even solar or anything like that. And I still need to dissipate this huge capacitance electricity that I pick up off the wind in the right conditions, which happen more often than you think. Well, this fella AE0CU ended up having a similar problem at his shack in Wyoming, and he drew on his little webpage and put it up for me a beautiful grounding design package, going right down to making sure you don't have anything in quarter wavelengths or harmonics of some of the frequencies that we like to use. So yeah, a fantastic job he did, and he did that for me in the past month or two. So that is the AE0CU web QRZ page, and just fantastic stuff. And then some grounding other things. There was a fella here on the Front Range, an engineer with a radio company here in the States that's now kaput, showed me a whole bunch of grounding on his website, on his QRZ page, and that was K7IRC. And really fortunate to have those folks nearby here to direct people like me when I'm asking questions on the Front Range repeater system. 80HT, back to you.
Copy that. Yeah, we got issues, as you well know. I just brought up the Santa Ana wind conditions. It's super dry, 10% humidity, and, we get 16-mile-an-hour winds, and we also get some static electricity built up around our CU's QRZ page on right now, and take a look at it. I also have on my stream as well. So good information there. I may have to do a little, I'm going to save this page for a later date. And by the way, are you talking into a D-Star repeater, or you're into a hotspot there? K6EGG, back to you.
Oh, copy that, Greg. Yeah, glad you got to see the AU0CU stuff. Just a brilliant fellow, and again, we're so lucky to have some of these great engineers on the Front Range that get on the radio and chat. I am talking on a 9700 in terminal mode. I am doing everything I can to avoid hotspots, so I'm running terminal mode into Doozy. Make sure I'm going here. Terminal mode into Doozy, and that works really well. The reason I like terminal mode into Doozy, although it takes up my data port, which is where you plug in your GPS if you were to have one for the 9700, is it gives me access to all the refs, XLSs, DCSs, everything. If I go through terminal mode on the internal LAN connection as opposed to the data cable, I can only get to the XLX sites like XLX 720, the Parker Radio Club, things like that. 8E0HT.
Cool deal. Yeah, one of these days I got to get my terminal mode up and running. Just have another way to connect, just in case, because you never know. I can lose my hotspot or it can go. Probably get that thing going here. So, all right, man. I'm gonna leave the reflector clear for a little bit. I've been here for 45 minutes, so I don't want to hog it up here. So, anyway, Zach, you take care. This is great. K6EGG for AD0HT out there in Colorado. Back to you for final.
73, you Greg, K6EGG Alpha Delta Zero Hotel Tango. Good to chat. You have a good night. Got me on the radio. Got me to press the button. So there you go. 73. 80HT, I'll be clear.
K6EGG WA0ZZ George again. Smile.
I would. Before I started, I don't know if you see me cringing. You can see my thumb here. I could probably put it up on the bigger screen. I actually see that big old bump there. I slammed my thumb into the door. This is how a normal thumb should look like right here. So I think I might have broken it. So I'm like a little bit of pain. So I didn't think it was going to be that bad. So I'm normally not a big smiler anyway. So back to you, K6EGG.
Oh, it could have been worse. It could have been your head. Put some ice on it and get some sympathy. I think it'll be okay. Can you still move your thumb there, that joint?
I can still move my thumb joint, so hopefully it's not completely broken, but definitely something's going on with it.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I think you'll live.
Yeah, my thumb is the least of my worries, so that's probably why I'm not smiling too much. It didn't hurt originally, just slowly started getting swollen, so I'll have to go check that out maybe tomorrow morning at the urgent care, maybe if it gets any worse. Thanks for watching, though. I appreciate it. Anybody else watching? I'm on Reflector 30 Charlie and also live streaming on YouTube. If you type in my callers, I'm going to try to walk it off of my thumb, so I just saw Jeep Talk Show in there. Hey. Copy that. I love this microphone here. You know, it reminds me of broadcast radio. So I really enjoy the way it sounds.
You were working radio?
Kinda, sorta, not really.
Many radio stations use that. That's very common. WA0ZZ George. See you later.
Take care, man. K6EGG.
sort of a win-win-win situation. You know, it wasn't just for the trailer, but as we get working on the shop area of the containers, or if I need to weld something out there in the containers, I have the juice.
Yeah, exactly. That's really awesome. It's a good idea anyways. Having multiple water and electric points in a property always helps, regardless. Multiple use, it's a great thing to do. And doing it the right way the first time, you're not going to have any issues. That's the way to do it.
I don't know if 3 feet's code for electrical out here. I think it's deep enough. Industrial electrical stuff I did down in industry, I had to be 6+ feet deep, or we had to be 3 foot separation from water and electrical. So that's what, you know, I based the 3 foot depth, even though it was 16, but there's a 2 foot separation and blah, 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 blah. So, you know, I didn't have it permitted or nothing, but it's safe enough, you know.
Can't wait if I can get into my projects. Right now we're just going to be in a rental. But hopefully within a year, we'll be back in our own property, starting up on projects, hopefully with some land. So I got to get some kind of a tractor. I want some kind of a tractor just for how big the lawn's going to be. But I'd like to do attachments like a backhoe to dig a ditch and have a tractor. So I got to get, I don't want a big one, and I don't want a weenie one either. I don't know nothing about tractors, but I got to start doing my research.
And runs like a deer. Get a John Deere. You know, mid-size, 50 horsepower or something. That's actually pretty decent size. But what was I thinking? No, dude, you don't want any good-sized tractor like that. You want yourself a riding lawnmower tractor pull tractor. Have you seen those?
No, what are they called again? Tractor pull? What was it again?
KB9 NVD. Okay, so you've seen tractor pulls before where they have tractors and they pull that heavy weight on a sled going up a hill while they're on flat land, but it adds more weight to the front of the load and it makes them really dig hard. You've seen that, right?
Yeah, roger that.
The drunk hicks out there do that with their riding lawnmower tractors. They soup up riding lawnmower tractors, they put together a small little skid sled like that, and they do riding lawnmower tractor pulls. They also do riding lawnmower drag racing and riding lawnmower track racing too.
Freaking, come on. For real, like that's a thing? Come on. You gotta be joking me.
Dead serious, man. Small town I was in when I was younger, once a year, even last time I went out there, I was told I just missed it, but they have like the Founders Day thing, and they'd have people in there, and they'd do the riding lawnmower tractor pulls right down the old train tracks. Yeah, dude, it's just one of those weird things. Wait until you see the barstool racers. I don't know if they do it over there, but I remember there was a couple barstool racers in town too. And drag racers, oh yeah, there's drag racers everywhere out there. It's got wheels and you can race it, they're into it.
Dude, that is freaking hilarious. That is hilarious.
I have a buddy out here who is doing the barstool racing in Arizona at his place near the river. I guess they had a barstool racing competition or whatever, so he got into it there.
A2AJG.
Andy, KB9 NVD.
Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Just got back from camping.
Well, unpacked.
What you guys doing?
I was just informing Tim of the redneck ways of the Midwest.
How you doing, Tim?
W2AJG, KK6MRN. Hey, Andy, how's it going? Good to hear you. Jessica was telling me you guys were in Palm Springs. Sounded like fun. I didn't get a chance to look at any pictures. We've been super busy, but that's awesome. How did the trip go?
Yeah, we stayed at the KOA in Joshua Tree, Palm Springs. The place is very nice. It's really big spots. You get a propane fire pit included, and it's very clean. Nothing like the one that was in Acton. And of course, we went over to Joshua Tree and hiked around Joshua Tree for a day, the national park. And then we hung around Palm Springs for a day and then went to a casino.
Oh, roger that. That sounds like a blast. That sounds like good times. How did the trailer camp?
Did very good. I'm trying to get her used to camping. Interesting, the only difficulty that I'm having lately is every time I try to lock the hitch when and everything else,
Roger. I may need to wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah, good to hear you there, George. Yeah, you sound good over here too, man.
I'm on my vertical as well at 35 watts. Getting it off. You've got Captain Icon 7000.
Yeah, no signal on the meter, George, but I hear you in there just fine.
Okay, very good. There's my vertical. I did my horizontal check-in. There's my vertical check-in, and I heard all both you guys, all three of you guys are coming in good on the vertical. Very good, 7-3. We'll get you later, K6.
Well, I was coming down Cajalco, and I hopped on the freeway, and the fuel filter light popped on, and I go to merge on the freeway, and it's just losing power or something fierce. So I jumped off on that next ramp, which is El Cerrito or something, and just died right there. I don't know, halfway into that off ramp there.
Oh man, no kidding. What? You had water in it or something, or what?
No, the water light didn't come on. It was just a fuel filter light. So I hopped out and unscrewed the cap on the fuel filter, and it was still in there. So I don't know what it was complaining about. And, put it back on and took a few cranks, and it started back up. So I kind of zigzagged my way through the side streets all the way home with no other issues.
Well, that's weird. Yeah. I don't know. I had an old diesel Ford about the age of yours that I bought it from my nephew. It was his old work truck, and man, I did nothing but fight that thing and its fuel systems and the filters and the water filter and the separator. Man, I couldn't wait to get rid of that stink boat.
Yeah, that's the first time it's ever done it to me, so I'll have to stop tomorrow and grab a new fuel filter for it and see what that does.
There you go. That's probably you'll cheer it. But, yeah, that thing's probably got another 200,000 left on it.
Oh yeah, usually it's only got 145, I think, on it right now. So with any luck, it'll last me a lifetime.
Absolutely. Well, that was fun this morning. We'll have to do it again.
Yes, sir. I agree. Real soon, and I'll see if I can dig up some new targets for that for those metal targets. See if I can find something a little thicker. All right, Pat, thanks for checking in. Appreciate the support. Let's continue looking around the compass for check-ins. See if the antenna's a little bit more maybe towards Los Angeles. Thursday night, 70-centimeter weak signal net. Looking for check-ins.
Really, really amazing. You get to hear people from all over the world, and their accents are awesome, great. And it's so nice to talk to you in Southern California and not far from LA, because that's a famous part of the world from over here. A lot of our entertainment or movies particularly, well, not a lot of it, but a good deal is American, and LA features prominently, as does California. I've been to Florida twice, a long time ago now, but I think the travel days are over for a little bit anyway. Right, back to you for your final, Greg, and I'll, if you could just give me a wee bit of an audio report, just out of curiosity, I'd be really grateful. K6EGG, ZL4IA.
Oh, Mike, I can give you the ultimate audio report. And type in my call, there's K6EGG, K6EGG into the search engine, and you'll see my live stream. I'm actually live streaming right now, so you can actually go back and hear yourself and see how you sound. And I think you sound great. You had a couple little drop-offs. That might be some data packet loss just from the distance, but other than that, you sound really good. So once again, if you type in my call letters into the YouTube search engine, the AZU there, I'm not sure, and type in my call letters K6EGG, and you should be able to. That should be one of the first things that pops up is me.
Yeah, Roger, Greg. I'm just navigating through that now. Just bear with me a sec. So that's really intriguing, the sort of work you do. It's not something I'm terribly familiar with. Oh, here we go, live stream. Imagine being able to hear myself coming back over the internet, going out over the internet. Imagine being able to hear myself coming back over the internet, going out over the internet. Yep. Yeah, okay, now I've got it there. That's fantastic. What an awesome little setup, Greg. I love it. Yeah, okay, now I've got it there. That's fantastic. What an awesome little setup, Greg. I love it. Okay, there you are. And nicely done. I'll have to look more into this. I'm sure I can figure something out. Okay, 73 is Greg. You'll be hearing my echo too. Okay, cheers.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike, for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have an account there with YouTube. But you can scroll back and you can see, you can hear how you sound into my. I think you were at the 1 hour and 9 minute mark when we started talking, so you sounded pretty. The Southern California area of North America. So, Mike, you take care and have a good afternoon out there. This is great. K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie. If you guys want to make a contact with Mike down there in New Zealand, go for it. I'm just going to take a standby and see if Mike can make a bunch of contacts from the United States.
ZL4IA, ZL4IA. This is WA2PCN, Whiskey Alpha 2, Papa Charlie November. Copy.
Yeah, WA2 Papa Charlie November, ZL4 India Alpha. Roger, Ben. And you are from a location which I don't know. I'm just looking at you on QRZ. Somewhere called Moore, which I don't know. I'm in a little town of 6,000 people here called Alexandra here in the South Island of New Zealand. You would have been listening to Greg and I. We're in the early stages of, well, summer weather's hit, and I have to say it's lovely after winter here was grim. Right, that's me for now. My dog's just roared into life too, so I'll have to take her out again shortly, but I'll pop it back to you. WA2PCN, ZL4IA.
ZL4IA, WA2PCN. Well, thanks for coming back, Mike. Pleasure to talk to you. Moore, South Carolina is a small town in the western tip of South Carolina, but I'm not there anymore. I moved to Colorado Springs, Colorado about 2 weeks ago, so I'm going to have to update my QRZ information. Thanks for letting me know about that. And it's fascinating to watch K6EGG on YouTube and see and hear myself on there. That's a whole new wrinkle that I've never seen before, so thanks for that. I'll let you go, Mike. ZL4IA, WA2PCN is clear.
Yeah, WA2PCN, ZL4IA. Thanks, man. Oh, well, okay. Well, I'll look at the world map. I'll click on the little details tab. I think I can probably do it now. I'm a bit ham-fisted. I'm trying to change hands. I'm a left-hander, a southpaw. So let's just see briefly where you are. Oh, I see. Okay. So Charlotte, Charlotte. All right, Van. We'll sketch you again, I hope, and we'll sign off. WA2PCN, ZL4IA, signing but listening. 73s.
73. Thanks for the call.
ZL4IA, into FTV.
Into FTV, ZL4IA. Thank you very much for coming back to me. And I see you are in Collierville. These, which I also don't know where that is. Kelsey Woods Lane. Nice to meet you, Douglas. Name is Mike, and KDH is Alexandra in the central South Island of New Zealand. And we are currently, fingers crossed, COVID-free, Delta-free. So now that I've said it, it's bound to happen, but we're free of it at the moment. So isn't that great? But not so for the rest of the country, which our main city of Auckland has been in a bad way with it. But anyway, we're okay for now. So back to you into FTV, ZL4IA.
L4IA. Mike, this is Doug into FTV, Collierville, Tennessee, which is really just outside of Memphis, which, if you're looking at a map, is just next to the Mississippi River, just on the far west of Tennessee, which is a huge, long state. Glad to hear you're COVID-free. So
keep those tourists out and keep everything pristine in your little town. I've never been there, but it's on my list of places to visit. So anyway, back to you. I'm sitting over here on a a nice little 5100 and just listening to the traffic. Back to you, Mike. Yeah, Roger, Doug. 5100, they've got a good reputation, I know. This little radio just turned up as really just an entry experiment into DV modes. I'd only ever been into HF and always struggled with getting antennas up, and with the bands the way they've been, this seemed like an opportunity for something a bit cool and a bit different, and I've been enjoying it. Yes, I see you are close to Memphis. There's a famous song about that, isn't there? Memphis, Tennessee. I better get this dog out and walked pretty soon, although it's not urgent. She's got that lock about her, like, I'm feeling a little neglected right now, even though we've done 2 hours already today. This is one mad dog who just loves to hunt rabbits. She'll run them down and dig them out, and, that's pretty good for an 8-year-old dog. It's not bad at all. Okay, Doug, back to you, N2 FTV's at L4IA. Well, thanks, Mike. This is N2 FTV, Doug, and signing off. I hope you have a good evening and make lots of contacts and have fun with your dog. N2 FTV out.
YFP 030 Charlie.
November 2, Oscar. N2OIT K6EGG. Hey, good afternoon, Greg. Or good evening. I'm starting to notice that everybody with a 2 signal moves out of New York or New Jersey. I'm located in Pennsylvania myself. Excellent. So, Harley, I got my screens covered here. Yeah, the town I'm located in is Harleysville. It's about 30. Kind of just dropped out there for a second there. N2OIT K6EGG. You still there?
K6EGG, KO6N.
KO6N, K6EGG. Nice to hear you, buddy.
Yeah, just like up in the shack here, I heard a little contact you were having. Hey, were you on? Did you get onto that picture net last night at all?
I watched it for probably 45 minutes or so, then I went back down to sideband. Wearing headphones and hearing that beeping for a half hour kind of drove me nuts, to be honest with you, but it was pretty cool to see the pictures.
Yeah, I was monitoring. I didn't have access to my shack last night. I've got a bunch of stuff going on here at home. But yeah, there was a couple of weeks there when they first started up that picture net on 55 Delta, reflector 55 Delta. And I sent some pictures and watched it. So it was pretty neat. It's even Fred got on there and sent a picture, but I wasn't able to see what he sent. So, because like I said, I had limited access to my shack last night. Back over to you.
Yeah, I put the picture net on the live stream. The camera I have facing my ICOM 9700. The settings are not compatible with the newer Apple software that I have in my new iMac, so I can't control the picture level or the video level in this camera, so it's hard to see the pictures. But it looked like he was wearing some sort of an Indian outfit or something. I couldn't tell 100% though.
Yeah, I think I told him that it would be good if he was in a Santa Claus outfit or something like that. But anyway, yeah, sounds pretty neat. So they have that every Wednesday night at what is it, 6:30 Pacific time on 55 Delta on reflector 055 Delta, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Well, there she is. I like that setup you got there now. You got some new cameras and new angles, huh?
Yeah, it's amazing what a newer computer what I can do. I was kind of maxed out on my old one.
So what's your new computer?
I got a iMac M1 16 gig 24 inch. So it's a lot smaller, but probably 5 times as powerful as my 9-year-old computer that's sitting next to that I'm kind of using for the chat stuff. But I could do a lot more stuff with it.
Yeah, 9 years between upgrades is a big change. So yeah, I'm sure that you can do an awful lot with that. Yeah, my computer is about 4 years old, and I actually upgraded it to Windows 11 last week, so that's working out pretty good. It took a while to figure that one out. But anyway, all right, just thought I'd stop in here and say hello.
Gabe, it's always nice to hear your voice. And was there somebody else in there too? I'm sorry. I thought I saw Sean's call sign run across my screen, but I might have. Made a bunch of new contacts today.
Yeah, I did see Sean's call sign. So, Sean, you want to jump in here?
It's like I see him in the chat. He's going to put the kiddo to bed. I think he was just making sure he was connected. So, cool stuff. Were you able to talk to Denny? I heard he's on the plane doing some aeronautical mobile HF 737 wise.
I wasn't able to work him. I may have heard him because I got a text that he was aeronautical mobile, and when I finally got in the shack, I may have heard him just for a second or two, and then everything was clear. So past couple of days I haven't had much access. Like I said, to my shack. I just got in here. So, but anyway, I was talking to him about that 737 he was going to fly. And, yes, it's nice that they've got those HF radios in there,
Can you imagine flying to Honolulu and being over all that groundwater and trying to make HF contacts up there, 30-foot 40,000 feet, whatever they travel at? Oh my goodness, that's like a dream come true.
N2OIT, go ahead.
Yeah, finally back on. I think I solved my difficulties. I was listening to you guys. HFs. I'm also a pilot, and aeronautical ham radio. I'm usually a little too busy, but I have talked to a few people on the East Coast here that are flying down to Florida and stuff using the HF and either the jets or turboprops.
Very good, very good. I've had a couple of contacts. This is KO6N, aeronautical mobile, 737, and there was a 747, a freighter 747 flying just a little southeast of Edmonton, Canada. And for some reason, the propagation was favorable towards Southern California, so that guy, who was flying, I guess he was the co-pilot, and he was making a lot of contacts in Southern California. So when it works, especially when you're up at 30,000 feet. KF4ACC, go ahead. Okay, well, anyway, let's see, N2OIT, Chris. Yeah, so that's, so how many contacts do you think you've had aeronautical mobile?
I have had 2 on the ground, but like I said, I'm usually too busy with ATC to talk to other hams. We have a few people in our club up here that'll do some aeronautical contacts, but it's usually on 520 or on 10 meter. They have their planes set up. N2IT, back to the group.
Yeah, I can imagine when you're flying, you want to pay attention to what's going on, so I can understand that. Alrighty, it's K6N here in Southern California. Just out of curiosity, Don, W6DUO, are you on? W6DUO, this is KO6N.
DUO is always here, W6DUO.
All right, Don. Hey, you gotta stop torturing me. Sending me those video links about the properties and operating features of the ICOM 52A. You're really making me suffer. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm suffering first, so it's fair for you to suffer second and Greg third.
Yeah, there's a video on there I was watching today, and that guy Ray Kozak or something like that from ICOM. So I watched that one. I watched it a couple of months ago, but I watched it again. So apparently, one of the nice things about that 52A is that it's going to have you'll be able to use all of the accessories for the 51A. So I got some accessories, not many, but that'll be good. I don't have to reinvest in that. And yeah. And he said, late December, early January. Let's just hope that ICOM decides to make an emergency air freight shipment HRO in Anaheim, just before Christmas. Make the holiday spirit a little better.
Yeah, the latest rumor, I got this, I believe, on a Facebook group. They expect it to arrive in early December. So write that down as the latest rumor.
All right. Yeah, that's one of the better rumors I've heard. That's early December is only a couple of weeks away, so that's not too bad. I guess I could live and to get that. All righty. Well, good to hear you on 30 Charlie here, Don.
I don't think we're on 30 Charlie. I don't know where we're at, really. I probably agree. We might be on 1 Charlie. Yeah, and the price they rumored in the UK was $569 UK money, so it'll probably be over $600 US money.
Yeah, that's kind of a little steep. And by the way, we are on 30 Charlie. I just verified it. Yes, we're on 30 Charlie. Yeah, it's a little steep for a handheld, but I guess with all of the inflation and the cost of chips rising and the cost of freight rising and all that other stuff, I guess that kind of added to the price.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm like you. I'm waiting and anxiously waiting. And every time I see a YouTube video, it sounds better and better. So everything's cool. Okay, Gabe. Nice talking to you. Greg, hang in there. You got it going. We'll talk to you later. W6DUO.
Nice to hear you in there, Don. W6D.
Thank you, Greg. And one guy mentioned you had a little packet loss. Occasionally, I do hear a little packet loss on your signal. It could be the reflector or your internet or something, but occasionally you have a little packet loss, and I probably have the same. But I thought I'd let you know. W6DUO.
Copy that. I appreciate it. Maybe it is something on my side. I'll probably do a restart on everything tonight when I get off the radio.
We're in there 98% of the time, so don't worry about it.
We'll deal with it. Appreciate the comeback. This is Greg, K6EGG, monitoring Reflector 30 Charlie, and also live streaming on YouTube. if you type my callers into the YouTube search engine there,